Y'all, you won't believe what happened when Kimmi uncovered Maurice's biggest secret. This wasn't just another affair story, it was a scandal that rocked their relationship and shocked everybody around them. From the outside looking in, Kimmi and Maurice looked like the perfect couple. Solid marriage, tight family bond, always holding it down like one of the most grounded pairs in their whole circle. But appearances can lie. Maurice had been acting distant, coming home later than usual, being real secretive, avoiding real conversations. At first, Kimmi brushed it off, telling herself he was just stressed or overwhelmed. But deep down, her spirit knew something wasn't right. The energy between them shifted. She felt it in the way he avoided her gaze and how he'd snap when she asked simple questions about his day. Still, Kimmi didn't want to accuse him without proof. But the signs kept piling up calls at odd hours. Maurice guarding his phone like it was holding state secrets. Conversations that stopped cold whenever Kimmi walked into the room. Kimmi knew she couldn't ignore it any longer. One night, when Maurice came home late again, she trusted her gut, picked up his phone, and started looking. What she found made her whole world stop. There were messages, pictures, and proof of a whole separate life Maurice had been living behind her back. And it wasn't just some random woman, it was someone Kimmi knew, someone from their own social circle. Betrayal cut so deep because this was someone who had been around their family, smiling in her face, laughing at barbecues and birthdays. Instead of falling apart quietly, Kimmi did something nobody saw coming. She didn't just confront Maurice. She came up with a plan that turned a personal betrayal into a public reckoning. Now listen, if you ever saw Kimmi and Maurice out in public, you would swear they had the kind of relationship people write songs about. Always coordinated, always smiling, always moving as a team. They were the couple other couples wanted to be like. But nobody tells you that sometimes the strongest looking couples are the ones crumbling in private. Kimmi had no idea what was bubbling under the surface. At first it was small things Maurice, still being there but emotionally feeling. A million miles away. Working later, meetings running longer, his phone suddenly glued to his hand, always face down. Kimmi would ask, "How was your day?" And he'd get defensive or dodge the question altogether. And y'all know, when somebody gets mad over a simple question, it's guilt all day. Every buzz of his phone had him twitching like he was scared. She might see something. Sometimes he even left the room just to answer calls. Kimmi wasn't stupid, but she kept giving him grace, telling herself maybe it was just work stress. But when your gut knows, it knows. Kimmi wasn't sleeping, she was anxious, and her heart kept screaming something was wrong. One night, after another late meeting, Maurice left his phone on the dresser unlocked. That was the moment. Kimmi scrolled, and what she found wasn't a couple flirty texts, it was full-on receipts. Months of messages, romantic good mornings and good nights, I miss you texts, pictures together in places Kimmi knew she hadn't been. Trips planned, dinners, saved photos. It wasn't a random hookup. It was a whole emotional relationship. And the woman. Not just a stranger. It was somebody Kimmi knew personally. Someone she had trusted, someone who had sat at her table. That betrayal hit so different. This wasn't just cheating, it was plotting. It wasn't just Maurice stepping out. It was someone in her circle, smiling in her face while sleeping with her husband. Instead of falling apart, Kimmi chose power. Didn't throw a fit, didn't go crazy, she went silent. And when a woman goes silent, she's plotting. Kimmi started gathering everything: screenshots, call logs, dates, pictures, piecing it all together like a whole detective. And what she found made it even worse. The side chick wasn't just sneaking around. She was trying to be Kimmi dressing. Like her, showing up at events Kimmi missed, cozying up to Maurice's family. This wasn't just a fling, it was a calculated takeover. And Kimmi said enough is enough. Instead of blowing up at home, Kimmi decided to go public. She waited for the perfect moment, a big family event with everyone present. And Kimmi stood. Tall, she started calmly, explaining how Maurice's behavior had changed. Then, boom, she dropped the receipts. Messages, screenshots, dates. She even said the woman's name out loud. No yelling, no dramage, just cold, hard facts. People were stunned. Maurice couldn't even talk, and the side chick couldn't even look Kimmi in the eye. In one move, Kimmi flipped the script and turned herself from betrayed wife to the woman everyone admired. Her strength, her composure, her courage, people felt it deep. Kimmi didn't just cry in private. She stood in her truth publicly. And y'all, the fallout was immediate. Maurice's reputation took a nosedive. Friends stopped calling. Business contacts fell back. Because when trust is gone, respect disappears quick. Meanwhile, Kimmi stood firm, owned her story, and inspired everyone watching. She wasn't broken, she was empowered. And she showed everybody what real strength looks like when life throws its worst at you. But even after all that, the question still lingers. What now? Can Kimmi ever truly trust Maurice again? Can they rebuild what was shattered? Some sources say they're trying. Other times, Kimmi posts cryptic messages about healing and moving on. It's hard to tell if this is just a rough chapter or the end of the whole story. Some betrayals are just too deep to forgive, no matter how strong the love once was. Will they fix it, or is this the final goodbye? Only time will tell, but now we want to hear from you. What do you think? Can trust ever truly be rebuilt after a betrayal? This? Deep, deep.